You smell that? Dirty socks.
Dirty socks.
Dirty socks.
It's bee time. It's honey flow time. And I don't know, have you been smelling dirty socks in your apiary? For those of you who don't know what we're talking about at all,
Right.
goldenrod honey flow.
Absolutely.
And we start smelling that sort of dirty sock smell around the bee yard. We know we've got a honey flow on. I've noticed that a couple of my yards, I'd have to open up the hive to smell that smell. I haven't smelt it outside the yard yet, but
yeah.
Especially in the evenings, go around your hive. If you could start smelling it as they're curing goldenrod honey, you know you've got a honey flow on of some significance.
I just started smelling it around my hives, and I went over and I looked up, and I had a few girls on the landing board fanning, and I walked past, and I had to kind of get in the wind flow of it. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah,
but
just get downwind. Just get downwind of your hives. And when we get a good goldenrod honey flow, I've seen the hives put on 2 supers of honey a week during that time if you've got drawn out combs. So wouldn't that make a nice change?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah,
because the weather up here in the Northeast has just been a roller coaster this year.
Yeah,
between hot, cold, rain, hot, rain, cold, rain.
That's right. That's right. Now, as my mentor Hal Swan used to say, you very rarely get a good spring flow and a good fall flow. We had a good spring flow in between rain showers and things this year, but maybe this will be one of those years. We certainly have no shortage of water in the ground, so it's not due to drought that we're not getting a honey flow if we don't get one this year.
Right.
And it's starting to get cool nights, which I think also helps with the goldenrod, and then followed by the aster honey flow. So fingers crossed, we're in for honey flow.
We hope so. We hope that's what we all like, because then we get to harvest our liquid gold.
That's right. And of course, what we need to do is check the levels of honey in the hive and just determine when our honey supers are coming off. Because for those overwintering with a double deep, if we can still see the top of that honey soup, that top brood chamber is full of honey, you can keep your honey supers on till the end of the honey flow.
Yeah.
And if it's full of brood, take the honey supers off and let the bees have it, because we want to make sure those brood chambers are ready for the winter.
Right.
And speaking of getting ready for the winter.
That's right. We are coming up on our winter preparation training workshop. And this is what, our third time we've done this now?
It's our third workshop, and it's the first time we've done a winter prep one.
Right.
And wow, what a response!
This is by far the largest we've done. We've got over 400 people attending our class so far, and there's still a couple days left to register and join us. And the response has just been amazing.
That's right. So to give you an idea, we're going to be covering things like having your hives healthy and how we get our bees here in the middle of Maine, get our bees ready for winter. The methods that have been successful for us, it's not necessarily the way that everybody does it, but these are methods that are tried and tested by us, and we can stand by and say, if you do this, we think you're going to get your bees through the winter.
We're definitely going to give you the best chance.
You've got to concentrate on the health of the hive, the strength of the colony going into winter, having the food prepared for the winter time. Then we'll be talking about entrances mites.
Mites. Top of the list.
Health equals mites. If you want healthy hives, you need to take care of mites for sure.
No doubt about it.
And then all sorts of the winter preparation, whether it's insulation, whether it's feeding, and also different ways that we can feed at different times. Feeding right now is very different to how we'd be feeding in the middle of February.
Right. Your sugar syrups, they're different consistencies, and all different types of food, and again, health and food and just getting our girls ready. And it starts a lot earlier than people think. Some people think,
started already.
Yeah, some people think I'll wait until September. That's too late. I mean, honestly, end of July, you need to start thinking about what are you going to do? How are my hives coming along? And we're in winter prep right now.
That's right. And so hopefully you've all got your mites under control right now. And if your mites are under control, you're well set up to be ready for winter. Yep. Now there's a few steps you've got to take to make sure your hives are going to make it through the winter time. So join us. It's going to be next week. That's Monday and Tuesday, August 28th and 29th. We have pre-recorded classes as part of this workshop. And then on the Wednesday and Friday, the August 30th and September 1st, we're going to be live here on Facebook, where you can write in your questions, and we will be answering them live as we go. And as we've got so many people, it might be that you get your questions answered the following live session. But we'll get through to all of you, and we'll answer your questions. And I think you'll find it very, very useful. For $10, you can't go wrong, really.
Can't beat it.
And if we can get our bees through the winter here in Maine, you'll get your bees through elsewhere. We've got people from all over the country, even all over the world, joining us for this class. So
it's going to be a lot of fun, and all this is going to take place on a private Facebook page. The classes, which the first two, which can be viewed at any time, they're going to be posted. You can watch it anytime. And then the 2 live sessions, everything's going to take place right on our private Facebook.
Yeah, and for those who aren't able to see the live session actually in real time, we're going to we will record that as well. So you'll be able to see any of the class, whether it's the pre-recorded classes or the recorded live sessions, and you'll be able to watch them, and we'll keep them up for a couple of weeks after the class. So don't miss it. We'll look forward to you joining us next week.
These have been a lot of fun, and we think you'll really enjoy it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.